Hi everyone, James Marin here, holistic registered dietitian, environmental nutritionist, diabetes expert, and speaker and author of the Diabetes Management Healthy Living course. Hello, how are you today? Hope you're good. Today we got a cool quick tip for you. We're going to teach you about how many carbohydrates should you have in a day. This is a huge question. I can't tell you how many of my patients ask me this question every single day. How many carbs should I eat? What carbs should I eat? So it's all about carbs, right? And that's a big focus if you or someone you know has diabetes, right? Because we've kind of blamed it all on carbohydrates, right? It's the carbs, it's the sugar, that's what's causing your diabetes. Well, today I'm going to give you some information on that, so definitely stay tuned. This will be a pretty quick video, so keep in mind that I can't give you everything you need to know, but I'm going to try and do it in a quick amount of time because I know you're busy, I know you have a lot to do today, so let's get into it, right? So first, what's a carbohydrate? So there are starches, there's sugar, there's fiber. That's basically covers the carbohydrates out there, okay? And everything gets broken down, except fiber, but everything else gets broken down in our body into glucose, and that's what all of our cells use. So all of our cells prefer and they like to use glucose, which is in itself a sugar. Our body runs on sugar. The recommended carbohydrate intake in a day is going to be 45 to 65% of your calories from carbohydrates. So what does that mean? So let's say you've eaten 2,000 calories in a day, right? So 45 to 65% of those calories should come from carbohydrates, okay? Again, are you gonna carry around a calculator? Do you like to write all your food that you eat down and then punch it into an app and a computer? I know a lot of you like to do that, but I don't do that. A lot of people I know don't do that, and they don't have time to do that, right? You have kids, you have family, you have work, you have friends, you have other things to do, right? So what's an easy way to know that you're getting the right carbohydrates and enough carbohydrates? Well, I'll tell you that there's a hierarchy, okay? So let's say you're serving yourself a plate of food. What should be the most on your plate? Well, what should be number one on your plate are greens. Okay, so whether it's leafy greens, whether it's cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, right? It's fall time, so there's lots of broccoli and Brussels sprouts. Those are in season, but any time of the year you can get broccoli and Brussels sprouts. You can get something green, even if it's avocado, right? Which is gonna be mostly fat. But the point is, go for greens, okay? Especially with the carbohydrates, because that's gonna be the leafy greens, that's gonna be the wonderful green vegetables, whether it's green zucchini or green squash or green lettuce, spinach, whatever it is. Try and go for a lot of greens. There should always be something green in your meal. Did I say green enough times? I don't even know how many times I said that, but you get the point, right? Okay, so the next one is gonna be any type of root vegetables. So whether it's like yams or sweet potatoes or rhubarb or jicama is a great snack. I hope you like jicama, it's really good. So anything that grows underground, beets, super healthy for a number of reasons. I could talk for 5 days on the health benefits of root vegetables because there are so many, okay? But a lot of them really give you a lot of those great minerals that you need for all those coenzymes to help you digest. They give you good probiotics because they're grown underground, so they help with your gut bacteria. So they're actually prebiotics, so they help the good bacteria have something to eat. So root vegetables, right? So anything, carrots, go for it. Really good stuff. And the idea is that when you're cooking this food or you're buying this food, make sure it doesn't have a lot of added butter or added sugar. Growing up, my family would make vegetables and they would add sugar to it. I don't know if you guys do that, but that kind of defeats the purpose, right? So you can add a little salt, maybe a little olive oil or a little bit of pepper, but you don't want to add a bunch of butter, you don't want to add a bunch of sugar to your vegetables. Try and use other spices and herbs, and a little bit of salt is fine, and that's gonna be a way to make some tasty vegetables. Whether you steam them or roast them, however you cook them, it's gonna make them really tasty, okay? Next is gonna be just any veggies in general, okay? Whether they grow underground or above ground or whatever, so just any other vegetables, go ahead and throw on there, okay? So those are all gonna be great. So again, we have the greens, we have the below ground veggies, and then in between, any other vegetables you want to throw on there, you know, whether it's pumpkin or squash or whatever, throw it on. Any vegetable is going to be great. Okay, cauliflower, you know, corn, if it's a vegetable, if it's whole, if you haven't, you know, smothered it in too much butter and sugar, don't do that. Eat it, it's great, okay? The next thing that should be on your plate quite often are lentils and beans, okay? So whether it's lentil soup, or, you know, lentils with rice, you know, brown rice hopefully, or you're eating a bean taco or bean burrito, or, you know, bean soup. So you just want to add beans and lentils wherever you can. That's going to be great to add on your plate. Next I want to say is going to be fruit. So doesn't necessarily have to be on your plate, but you can do fun things like a pomegranate strawberry salad. So you can add the fruit to your salad for a nice, you know, change up and a change of flavor. So it adds a nice like citrus sweet taste to your salads. Or you could just have a nice side of fruit after your meal for dessert. So fruit, you know, snack on fruit, bananas and berries and, you know, whatever is local or in season or whatever you enjoy, eat the fruit, okay? Last but not least is whole grains, okay? And make sure you hear me, whole grains. You want 100% whole grain, okay? So this isn't things like a cracker, okay? You gotta read the ingredients. If the cracker has 100% whole grains and clean ingredients, okay, maybe you can have a cracker. But more than likely, most crackers out there are not gonna come from whole grains. And what does that mean? That means they put you at risk to further develop your diabetes, to further have issues with your blood sugar. So when we talk about grains, you want things like whole oats for your oatmeal. You want things like whole grain cereals to eat with no added sugar, okay? You want things like whole grains in your bread. So yeah, you can eat bread as long as there are whole grains in there. So you gotta read those ingredients and make sure you're not getting things like wheat flour. Because even though it says wheat flour, that's not 100% whole grain. It has to say 100% wheat flour, has to say whole oat flour, has to say, you know, whole flaxseed, or if there's seeds in your bread, great, go for it, okay? You shouldn't see added sugar in that bread, okay? But when you're eating, you could do things like quinoa, you could do things like brown rice or wild rice. One thing I'm really into right now is amaranth. It's a grain, it's kind of like a brown rice, but it's really big and hearty and it fills you up, okay? So those are all great carbohydrates. And think of your plate, again, majority is green vegetables, then root vegetables, then just vegetables in general, beans and lentils, and then whole grains, right? And those are all great carbohydrates. If you're doing them whole, chances are you're gonna get enough carbohydrates, you're gonna get the right amount you need, and you don't really have to worry about all these percentages and calculating with the calories, you know, multiplying by 0.45 and 0.65 of your daily calories. Ain't nobody got time for that, right? So the idea is that if you eat whole carbohydrates, like the examples I gave you, you're gonna get the right percentages you need of good, wholesome, healthy carbohydrates, okay? This is huge. This information is huge. Most people do not know this. So definitely share this, tag your friends and family, let them know what's up with carbohydrates. You don't have to have a really specific gram amount, okay? Because most of you out there are type 2 diabetic. Most of you out there aren't insulin dependent yet, okay? So for most of you, you don't need to have a specific gram amount. The idea is to eat quality carbohydrates and you're gonna be taken care of. Because the big example I like to give is that no one ever says, I can't stop eating lettuce, right? Not like a cracker out there that has cheese in it, right? Or, you know, other crackers or ice cream, right? Those you could just keep eating. But no one ever says, I can't stop eating these Brussels sprouts. Oh my gosh, red leaf lettuce, ugh, I can't stop. The idea is in these carbohydrates, in these whole foods, you're gonna have tons of fiber, and fiber is what's gonna tell your body stop. That's why you are fine with eating a couple bites of salad or a little bowl of salad, or you're okay with eating one apple, and then you're pretty full. No one eats 5 or 7 apples, right? Because there's tons of fiber in it. So with these carbohydrates, you're gonna get tons of fiber that help you feel full, that help you not to overeat, and will also help you lose weight and better control your diabetes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, it's eating quality carbohydrates, not necessarily counting your carbs constantly or having to be in that percentage of 45 to 65%. Okay, if you eat the right carbs, you're naturally gonna be where you need to be. Okay, so don't ask yourself how much, ask what kind, okay? Not how much, what kind, okay? What kind of carbohydrates are you eating and are you putting into your body? That's gonna help you be healthy and happy, okay? And guys, I would love to teach you more, so definitely connect with us, like and share this video, tag friends and family who are struggling with carbs, with weight loss, with diabetes, okay? If you wanna learn more, check us out at diabetesmanagementcourse.com. And you can learn more of what we have to offer there and learn more in general, because there is a lot to know. But I hope this video helped. I hope you're ready to take action and kick diabetes out where it needs to be, right? It doesn't need to be in here, it needs to be out. Get it out, say I'm done with diabetes, get off the path of leading to type 2 diabetes and reverse those symptoms, okay? So I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, like and share, and we'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.